Good morning, everyone. I'm Nikki Stands Up.
And I'm Kristen Van Dyke.
And this is New Mexico style. My, how we take for granted the use of both of our arms every day, right?
Yeah, we'll have papers flinging everywhere now.
The little things like turning the page and flipping it over. It's amazing. Yeah, so I guess now you'll really take it in every day when you get the use back.
You think, I'm right-handed, I got my right hand, I'm good. But that left hand does a lot.
Sure does. Now, I have to talk about something very interesting. It's kind of the big topic of the day. Super Model Gisele Bundchen, of course, a.k.a. Tom Brady's wife, has dropped the ball by, this is what she did. She basically fingered Wes Welker as the real culprit in the New England Super Bowl loss. Yeah, apparently she was being heckled by the Giants fans. No, I would never do that. As she exited Lucas Oil Stadium, and she was caught on tape saying, quote, "My husband cannot bleeping throw the ball and catch the ball at the same time. I can't believe they dropped the ball so many times."
Okay.
That's what she said, quote.
So she's sticking up for her hubby, which I can see that.
I respect that. I respect that.
And I can almost see where she's coming from, because there were a lot of people who were saying that Butterfingers out there, why can't they catch the ball?
It's true.
But, you know, I mean, there was some, obviously all the blame can't be on that guy, but I can kind of see your point, but maybe not in public.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, basically TMZ posted this video shot outside the stadium. It was basically right inside where he was getting, you know, I guess dealing with the sadness. And she had addressed the media and she embraced Tom and whispered, "You played the best game of your life. You were amazing." Now, I'm not sure it was his best game, but, you know, like you said, she stands by her man. I respect that, but there are so many other examples of better games that he has done.
I know.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah. She probably hasn't scored any points with Brady's teammates now at this point. I'm sure Welker feels bad enough. And Gisele has made no apologies just yet. But I don't think Welker should hold his breath. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't think so. It's already been out there. Yeah. You know, it's already out. So, but
you would do the same, right?
You would do the same, and I think a lot of people do kind of feel that way. But I wouldn't go to say he was amazing. All right.
Exactly.
Well, let's talk about news. Let's check in with KRQE News 13 Anchor Elizabeth Alvarez for today's headlines. Good morning.
Hi, Elizabeth.
Hey, good morning, ladies. Good morning to you at home. Topping your morning news headlines this Tuesday morning. Police arrest a man accused of killing his wife 25 years ago. Ronald Brewington was arrested yesterday. He was actually found hiding out in Oakland, California. He's charged with murdering his wife back in 1987. The body of Deidre Brewington was discovered in her apartment off of 10th and Cole way back then. Police say at the time the two were planning on getting a divorce. Detectives have been looking for Ronald since he fled town. He's now in jail in California, waiting to be brought back here to Albuquerque. Rio Rancho police need your help to find a missing teen. Officers say 17-year-old Desiree Buckroscom hasn't been seen since Sunday. They say the girl has been diagnosed with learning disabilities and has some emotional problems. They believe she could be in danger. If you know where Desiree is, you're urged to call police. And voters in Rio Rancho head to the polls today. They'll be voting on whether they want to fund school renovations. A bond package on the ballot spreads $50 million across campuses for improvements. Lincoln Middle School, which is 30 years old, stands to get the most money. Rio Rancho voters have passed every bond issue since the district was created 18 years ago. Approval of the bond and the mill levy will generate nearly $4 million each year for 6 years based on property values. The polls close at 7 o'clock tonight. Need to save a little money at the grocery store? I know I always do. Well, News 13's David Romero has the top 5 ways you can cut your grocery bill in half.
Eating healthy and trying to stay on budget are usually two hard tasks when going to the grocery store. It's all about shopping for the right items that helps you save some green. Sometimes it's the most obvious. Steer yourself away from brand name items and lean more towards the generics. It's the same food and sometimes for half the price. When it comes to buying your greens, try to find seasonal items that could rack up almost $1 less per pound in what you buy. Another way to cut corners is to stay away from the prepackaged goods. They're usually costlier than buying fresh veggies and fruit.
If you're looking for that prime cut of meat, you may want to save it for a special occasion. You're going to end up saving money in the process.
Those prime pieces can cost you up to double or more the regular price of regular cuts like bottom round, brisket, or shoulder roasts. The savings come out to about $5 per pound or less. If fish is part of your healthy plan, you're better off getting the entire fish versus having fresh fillet cuts. But if you don't want to deal with the whole fish, the pre-cut frozen fish fillets can work just as well, and they usually cost less than the fresh fillets. Saving money and keeping healthy food on the table. For You Ask, We Answer, David Romero, KRQE News 13.
Another way to save on meat and fish, don't be shy. Ask the clerk if there are any manager sales around. All right, looking for a job? There may be an app for that. In fact, the app is the job. A new study suggests that people looking for work have a better chance of finding one in the applications on their smartphones, tablets, and on social network sites like Facebook. The technology trade group TechNet says the demand for apps has created 466,000 jobs in the U.S. since 2007. If you are planning to see Broadway's The Lion King at UNM, be careful buying tickets. Listen to this. The university says scammers are already selling fake tickets on websites that are not authorized to sell tickets to the show. And you can get the real ones at unmtickets.com. And that wraps it up for your morning headlines. Be sure to start your day every weekday morning with Matt Morrow, Kristen Van Dyke, and myself on KRQE News 13 beginning at 4:30 a.m. Ladies, I'm going to send it back to you.
Elizabeth. You know what I think is so interesting? You know, a lot of times when we talk about technology and the advancements, we think it takes away so many jobs because the computer takes over. But it's nice to see that now there's a lot of opportunities for more work because of technology. I love to see that.
That is a good point.